Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the update with Jason Ewalls and myself, Christopher Mitchell, your monthly administration update for the month of July. And so there's a lot of things going on. We're going to give you a little snippet on some of the things that we're working on and some updates from administration. So, Jason, I think we're going to just jump right in with some of the biggest thing, water conservation. So what's happening?
Well, as we all know, Gavin Newsom came down with an executive order to kind of mandated water usage and expects all of the municipalities in the state of California to adhere to it. So with that, Banning kind of put out their own mandate to follow along with that order from the governor. And what that means for us, well, that's why we're going to have a town hall. So July 14th, 9 a.m. in the ballroom, we will have representatives here from the city to talk about what these mandates mean and what it's going to mean not only for the association, but what it's going to mean for you as a homeowner as well. I know I've received a lot of calls regarding 2 days a week at 8 or 10 minutes of time, my grass is going to die.
Right.
We understand that the restrictions are quite severe compared to normal everyday life that we have been living here for the past. But we want to get those questions answered. We want the residents to know, what is the grass going to look like around here? What areas are we able to keep green? What areas do we have to turn off? And what they consider is functional or non-functional. We went around with the board, and the board looked around and tried to decide what areas of the turf in the community were considered functional, which means community events may take place on them, a place where people gather, compared to just decorational turf, like the medians, for example. So we did walk around the community. We did send that off to the city. We haven't heard anything back as the filming of this, which is the 6th of July, but expecting to hear back something soon, as well as on the 14th at 9 a.m. with that town hall. Again, great way to come down, get your questions answered, find out what that means, what restrictions. I know that the city is also talking, maybe making some changes, and that's why that apparently is taking place on the 12th, so we had the meeting, the town hall right after, so we can get those updates and get it out to the community. So again, like I said, July 14th, 9 a.m., be in the ballroom to listen to a town hall with city representatives as well as association representatives to talk about what that mandate means.
At least come for the coffee and some of the treats. Okay, so I'm going to speaking about food and beverage, there is a new menu that will be started July 8th. This Friday, and so we're very excited. Chef Chris has brought over some of the items that Sun Lakers love and has sprinkled in some new items. So you'll see a new menu for the breakfast, lunch, dinner. There's going to be a new menu for the lounge, and then there will be a menu for the pool. So that pool the pool menu will actually go into effect toward late July. We'll be working on the iPads, putting those out, teaching the staff. Right now we have been really focused on getting the new menu, getting the system updated and the POS system to accommodate some of the reports that we're looking for. Also, how it will play along with, of course, our app and how it will work on that. These are all things that are coming. We're very excited about. But again, what I want to also emphasize is the POS system was just upgraded. It's not a brand new system. All it is it's moving to an upgraded platform to allow it to work on the website and on your phone. So again, new menu coming in. Another thing I want to talk about is the chef's table. Many of you might remember we had a meet and greet with Chef Noe when he was here, and we're going to follow suit with that and do a chef's table. Limited amount, full meal, not appetizers. It will be a ticketed event. There will be a price to it. Right now those details are being worked on, but look for that in mid to late August. And then with a chef's table, this is something that would go on maybe every quarter, so other people get the opportunity to experience some new creations with Chef Chris and his team, and also meet the chef. It's very important. So look for that, the pool service, and again, that new menu, we know the members have been wanting it, and it is coming. So look forward to that. Jason, what else?
Well, I'll just say with the new menu as well, Chris, remember this is going to be the first of a few.
Yes.
So, the plan is every quarter, like quarterly, change the menus along with the
seasonal.
season. Yes, correct. Get some fresh vegetables, more to that, what is it, farm to table type food is what we're trying to get there.
So we're going to have a butcher on board?
That's right, yeah. Well, as we know, always something going on here at Sun Lakes. There's always projects happening, and a big one's going to start taking place here mid-month July.
Yes.
So looking to start the project July 18th. And what project is that? Well, that is the painting of the common area wall. Now that's that white wall with the blue stripe you see all along the perimeter of the community and down Country Club and a few other streets. So the board is finalizing the last couple color options that they would like to see. Once we have that, we should have that by the 13th of July, and then we plan on starting work on the 18th of July. So that project is a large one. It will take about 2 months or so. I believe it's about 66 days. So right at 2 months to be able to complete, but then we will have a fresh coat of paint that'll last us hopefully 8 years or so.
That's it. Now we've kind of slowed down a little bit on some of our projects. The board has given us some directions to look at some different things.
Right.
But I know we have some future projects we're working on.
We do.
That the board has actually given direction to start looking into. What are a couple that you have?
Well, the first one, the one that's I think is going to be immediate, is the pickleball conversion. So taking the north tennis courts and converting them into 8 pickleball courts. We did reach out to a few vendors. I think we'd like to reach out to a few more. Put it in front of that contract committee that the board would like to see, and kind of move forward from there. So working on in the middle of that, procuring a couple more vendors, answering a few questions from that contract committee, and then it'll be able to go in front of the board. So I believe we're probably, I would say, another month away from being able to start that project.
Got it. And then what about the carpet?
Well, good question. As we know, the carpet in the ballroom has been questioned for some time now since it was installed. The new board is looking at replacing that. So we know that the color was a little light, shows quite a few stains throughout there. So the board is looking at, what can we do? And we've gone around to casinos, we've gone around to other country clubs to look at what they have. We have some options for the board, and they should be choosing some options here shortly, and we'll be able to move forward with that process, getting it to the contract committee and getting it back to the board.
Good deal. I know a couple of other things long-term that we're looking at is the north and south pools being replastered. We just did the main one, I'm sorry. But it is time now. Time is up for
right.
So we are looking at that. One of the things, and I've talked to many members, is the South Clubhouse dehumidifier.
Yes.
You go in there and it's just like, oh, it's the humidity in this room. And I've told many members that is the original system that was put in when the South Clubhouse pool was built, and we started using it, or the community started using it. And there's a large price tag on that.
Right.
And so that's something the board is going to have to look at, the timing of that. We've also talked about the lounge expansion that has been off and on, I'd say, Jay, that many boards have looked at it, then it's halted, then it's the last board developed a plan or a rendering of what a potential within the footprint would look like. Then it was stopped, and I know that this new board is looking at it again. Bring it back. Is it an option? Costs, etc., time frames, and how that fit in with the community's budgetary requirements, the budgetary limits, and the wants of the members. So that is being evaluated. A couple of other things we're looking at is the phone system. Again, an upgrade. This is one that better handle the calls, better tracking of it. The board has asked, is there a system out there that can provide better reports? Many members have said that they've called, no messages are left, but there's no way to track it on a computerized system. Well, the new phone systems that are out, prices have come down, and they have better tracking capability. But did a call come in from the phone number? Was a message left? Was the call returned? And so these are another item that the board is looking at. And then lastly, with the increased incursions on the north, and frankly, we've seen an increase the north side, specifically in that corner. It's 5.
The T of 5 there.
Yes, and the T box of 6. All the way down to the RV lot. We've just seen an increase in the incursions from outside, homeless to whoever. Had a meeting with the police department to talk about the ability for them to increase their patrols. We're also looking and working with the board and our community patrol about modifying the post orders. Is there a way that they can patrol more over there? That's going to require a golf cart possibly, or getting out of the vehicle, or again using the vehicle to go to part of it. But there's a section that you just have to either walk or get a golf cart to go back there. That's something that's being looked into as well. But the biggest thing that we're going to have to focus on is our camera system. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you can go to Best Buy and get those Arlo cameras or those Ring cameras, and those are nice. But behind it is a camera system that has a better software that can see things. And basically there are new systems out there that if a person's not paying attention to the camera, because you have to rely on a human being to monitor the monitors, there are systems out there that will track to say, using analytics to say there should not be any movement at this area, and what is the size of a human being, and it can identify this is X size, that's a human being. Send an alarm so the person then can switch that camera and pay attention. That's where your real cost is. It's not just the camera, it is the software, the analytics behind it, so that we know a person, human error, doesn't always pay attention to one monitor. They have 8 monitors, but the software can help with that. That's something we're going to have to look into the board. Again, this has been another item that's for several years. We started looking into it, and then it's paused because it is not cheap for the software. But I think right now we're looking at, with the amount of incursions that we've had, that it's going to be a priority, along with changing our fence type. Is it going to be a wrought iron? Razor wire, barbed wire is not allowed by the City of Banning Planning Department. They have said it over and over to us. That's not allowed. So we cannot put the razor wire on that exterior. We can do wrought iron. We can, with the little spikes at the end, a wall. But again, that costs a lot more money than a chain link fence.
You could also plant some like pyracantha.
And that's something we're also looking into is pyracantha. That is something Mark Birchfield, Artistic Maintenance, we went out there to look as a possibility of at least in the interim putting those plants. It's going to take a while for that to grow up the fence, but it is something that prevents or at least hampers the... If somebody wants to get in, I think Mark Schleiden said it best, if somebody wants to get in here, they're going to get in, they're going to find a way. Our job is to try to create systems, create barriers that prevent an easy target. So for a criminal to look at, that's not an easy target, move on. So those are some of the things we're working on.
Yeah, with that, Chris, I also want to mention, like you said, we're starting our meetings again with the city manager and the chief of police, like we used to do.
Yes.
One big thing that I took from that I would like to get out to the community is, if you see somebody walking through the community that should not be here, looks like a transient or a homeless or someone breaking in through the fence, please do not call community patrol. Please call 911. The chief expressed that to that and said they are booking them now. So if they come out here and there is somebody, they will book them and take them in.
Yes.
Compared to, it used to be they just write a citation. So his big thing, and he couldn't stress it enough, please, if you see someone coming in here that shouldn't be in here like that, call 911 first. When 911 arrives, community patrol will know. They will go there, they will do their own internal report. But make sure that 911 is the first one you call if you see somebody breaking into the property.
That's it. That was key. It was a key discussion. And so we will be working with the Banning Police Department in coordination with our community patrol, better video of people that are coming in and sharing that information. That's a big thing I think we miss. We already have a document that's been completed that says, signed by the board president, I think Sandy signed it.
Marcia actually was the last one.
That's right, Marcia did. And it says, if it's trespassing, all we needed to do is record that document on file. If anyone is trespassing, then it's immediate. There's already a document on file that says prohibit trespassing, they will take them. And that's a key difference. That was very refreshing to hear, that the police will actually say, we will book them. We will take them to jail. Instead of, as you said in the past, they have to write a ticket and they have to escort them to the street, and then that's it. So look for some of those changes. But again, that's just a quick update on some of the long-term projects that we are working on along with the board. Speaking about projects, they cost money. Budget season is upon us, and so stay tuned to the website, updates at the delegates and the board meeting for the timeline of when there's going to be the study sessions, the workshops with the Finance Advisory Committee and the board to review the budget. Going into 2023, costs are going up. Everything from Mark Birchfield's supplies, Mark Schleiden's supplies, labor costs of the contractors. And so this is going to be another tough year of working on the budget with the board and the facts. So stay tuned to the website for the dates and times for those workshops. And then lastly, I think, what do we got going on with the subs?
The subs, it's summertime, pool season, which the sub pools are highly used, just like the master are. Big thing with the subs is, budget season again. Coming in, you look out for the budget workshops that are coming up throughout the month of end of August, September, beginning of October. Please, like I said, the schedules will be out for those. You can look on the website. They will also be posted on the mailboxes where we normally post all of the upcoming events. The other big thing is July with the subs. They meet quarterly, so July is one of their monthly meetings. So just want to throw out the dates for you. Fairway Villas will be meeting on the 19th. At 2 p.m. This will be in the multi-purpose room. Lakeside will be meeting on the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Again in the multi-purpose room. And Lakeside 2 will be meeting on the 28th at 3:30 p.m. Once again, multi-purpose room. So please come out, get to those meetings there. I know a big topic will be the water mandate.
Yes.
With all the common area in the subs, we will be having to cut back and restrict on a lot of those grass areas. So come out, talk about it, get your thoughts out there, listen to what the board has to say. That way we can all be on the same page. So with that, other than that, the subs are running pretty smoothly, and like I said, in the middle of pool season. So.
Okay. With that as a reminder, please utilize if there's any questions that you have, remember there's a button on the website,
message to
management. Click that message will be sent to Jason and myself. I think even Tammy's on that, so that you can get feedback or items that you want us to talk about or for the board to hear. We've got a couple coming up for the meeting that the members have submitted to us. Thank you. So remember to use that message to management. And with that, I think we're going to sign off. I want to thank you again for this July administration update, for joining us. Your co-host, Jason Ewalls, and myself, Christopher Mitchell. We ask that you take care, stay safe. Talk to you soon.
Take care.